Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. My name is Nurul Aina binti Muhammad Al-Mahdawi. My matrix number is 272939. I am from Group 14. So now I would like to start the presentation for assignment 1. Based on the instruction given for assignment 1, we have to choose one of the company and analyze their current issue. So after a few discussions made by me and groupmate, we agreed to choose Wira Homeland Syndrome Berhad. So then the group representative make a contact with one of their workers to get their permission and also get some information from them. So our group choose to make a survey through Google Form, as it is the easiest way for us to get the information from them in a short time. In addition, we know they have a lot of work to do, so through this method they don't have to spend a lot of time to help us in settle down our assignments. Known as FN Mjaya Syndrome Berhad before they changed their name to Wira Homeland Syndrome Berhad, the company was established in April 1993, was founded by Senator Datuk Haji Hanafi bin Haji Mamat. The company, which is based in Kota Baru, Kelantan, is actively involved in real estate development and construction. Their vision is to be one of the public's choice housing developers, as well as a proactive company by applying technological and organizational innovation over time. But along with the successful project developed by this company, there is one current issue that is arise in this company, which is employee absenteeism. As we know, the attendance of the employees is very important to the organization day by day, as they are the persons who responsible to help organization in achieve their organizational goals. However, there must be a factors that leads to this problem, and also there must be a consequence that will happen to the company. But we believe that every problem have their own solution. Some of you guys may ask, what is the meaning of the absenteeism? Okay, so now I will pass the presentation to my friends to continue this presentation. That's all from me. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sharifatul Zaidah binti Zainal Abidin. My matric number is 273752. So today I'm going to present to you about the main issue that happened in Wira Homeland Syndrome Berhad, which is absenteeism. So, what is absenteeism? Absenteeism is an act of being absent to avoid something. Here, we could relate absenteeism as a practice of being absent at work in order to avoid work responsibility. Employee absenteeism can be divided into two types, which is innocent absenteeism and also culpable absenteeism. Innocent absenteeism occur based on uncontrolled situation. For example, when a worker being absent from his or her work due to bad health condition, facing urgent cases or outstation purpose. Opposite to innocent absenteeism, culpable absenteeism refers to controlled situation which the absent is on purpose without any proper reasons of leaving. For instance, a worker apply for sick leave even though he or she is in a good health condition. This shows that the worker is actually avoiding his responsibility at work. Absenteeism is a disadvantage to the company since this issue might lead to many negative impacts such as risk of financial problems, bad operation management, quality of work, and low sales turnover. Besides, employees also tend to lack of disciplines and performing understaffed due to this issue. As a result, company overall performance might be affected and most likely to decline in the future. Lastly, absenteeism should not be taken lightly because this can heavily affect company reputation. Next, we will discuss on the factors and consequences due to this absenteeism. I think that's all from me. I will pass this presentation to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Natasha Saupi and my metric number is 273080. So now I'm going to talk about the factors that contribute to employees' absenteeism. Employees' absenteeism is a common issue that we believe every company in any type of industry will face it. So there are 4 factors that we highlighted that contribute to employees' absenteeism. The first factor is lack of leadership skills. Employees' absenteeism may be induced by a leader or manager who does not provide workers with guidance, input, or encouragement. Leadership skills are essential in any type of organization, whether the company is a large company, medium company, or small company as well. This is due to the fact that strong leadership skills contribute to the success of organizations and companies. Every manager must be able to make decisions, communicate effectively, be trustworthy, and be innovative in the way they organize their business. The manager would be unable to run their business effectively if they lack of strong leadership skills. Poor leaderships may have an effect on the company's ability to maintain employee success. The manager must use their manager authority to be firm with their team in order to reduce employees' absenteeism. The second factor is lack of two-way communications. Most of the companies suffer from a lack of coordination between management and employees, which it causes decision-making issues and other problems within the company. However, one of the most ignored and underappreciated problems is the effect on workers who suffer from depression as a result of lack interaction. This will affect their job environment and also will affect their personal life. For example, the manager must always connect with their team, such as asking for their job updates or inquiring about their health. These items will make them feel valued and excited to come to workplace. When there are positive vibes in the workplace, the workers or the employees are less likely to be absent. The third factor is workload. A heavy workload is one of the leading causes of employee absenteeism. The manager should not assign too much work that requires fast submission to their employees. Instead of assigning a large number of tasks, the manager should allow their employees to complete their tasks one at a time. They must also keep in mind that exhausted and overworked employees would be unable to perform at higher level of performance, and this will cause a company's efficiency to suffer. When the employees feel stressed or depressed in completing their tasks, then they will engage with absenteeism. The last factor is low motivation and job satisfaction. Unhappy or negative thoughts about work or the workplace environment that lead to the employee's absenteeism are linked to job dissatisfaction. This condition will arise when an employee's hard work is not properly acknowledged or rewarded by the employer. Employee absenteeism is caused by lack of interest, poor management, and being underpaid. For example, if an employee becomes aware that they are being underpaid, they will become unhappy and unmotivated. There are research that state 24% of Malaysian employees did not earn a pay increase in the previous year, and this made the highest percentage in Asia. From that research, we can conclude that there are still many employees in Malaysia who are not respected by the employers. When an employee is dissatisfied with their job and unmotivated, they are less likely to show up for work.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Absentism. My metric number is 273806. And now I'm going to explain about the consequences of absenteeism. So the first one is the risk of financial problems. So due to the lack of leaderships in organization performance, it will result in revenue reductions. Certain tasks will be delayed and also underperformed, as the worker doesn't have the effort, the feel, the needs to actually giving contributions to the company. Therefore, it will expose the company financial plannings toward the risk of bankruptcy, which will lead to mismanagement of income, expenditure, and also being a financial burden toward the business. The next one is bad operation management. So, when the employees are not being supervised by the managers, they won't be able to actually work efficiently and also properly, which will result in loss of profits. Since they practice absenteeism in their working place, the communication issue will arise as they will feel disconnected between these two parties, the owner and also the employee, which will affect their working capabilities, such as they cannot work together, and less collaborations, less contribution between those two parties. Therefore, poor operation management will be occurred. So the third one is the quality of performance of the worker itself will be affected. When the other worker are absent, the other worker will have massive amount of workload. They will try their best to finish it without using a proper way, which leads to mistakes. When these situations happen, the blame will be put on the workers itself, which will result in losing interest, become embroiled in disputes, and also fail to complete their work, and lastly affect their quality of performance. Last but not least, the act of absenteeism itself will result in low sale turnover. As workers begin to take frequent and excused absence, the workload of other workers will increase, which contributes to an increase in labour expense that need to be compensated from the lack of productivity and the lack of staff. When the productivity level is low, the number of tasks can be done at one time will be decreased, which affecting the turnover sales, as they were unable to compromise to client needs, and the client will find another options that can be provide more efficient and more effective service.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to our beloved lecturer. My name is Siti Nofarhana binti Jamri and my metric number 272916. So here I would like to present about the recommendations to overcome the issue. As we know, excessive absenteeism can lead to poor performance at the workplace and subsequently affect organizational performance. So, in order to address this kind of bad habit among the workforce, employers for Wira Homeland Company must have to take strategy and initiative way to solve this kind of problem. Apart from that, among the recommendations which can be implemented are as follows. First, provide leadership training. By acquiring leadership skills, generally it will enable managers to adopt a great work ethic and learn how to manage responsibility. Based on this case, approach carried out by Minsberg emphasized 10 roles of managers, which among of the roles also covers in leadership position, and refer to the theory. And effective leaders should show their own strengths and must spreading a positive atmosphere to enlarge the productivity of the company. Secondly is having a good communication or use right communication tools, whereby as a manager they must discover different communication barriers, and by clarifying the workers about the tasks to be done and giving feedbacks on effectiveness on workers' performance that can be contribute as successful to organization. Other than that, for the third recommendation is rewards on job performance, whereby the power of reward system used to influence workers' behavior by boosting the job effort and performance, increasing employee commitment, as well as to reduce absenteeism and turnover. For instance, among hierarchical level that need to be met the fourth level in Maslow's hierarchy, known as esteem needs. And for the last recommendation is redesigning jobs, whereby the organizational factors that put pressures on employees will cause stress. According to the theory of stress and performance, they propose an inverted U relationship, whereby it illustrates low to moderate levels of stress will make employees to perform their tasks better. And in conclusion, redesigning the jobs can give employees greater control over work activities and more autonomy, and which to reduce stress issues at work. So that's all from us. Thank you.